Anybody ever heard of Zappos.com? What does Zappos.com do? They sell shoes. They sell shoes. What is Zappos.com? What's their claim to fame? What makes them unique? What's their differentiator? Anybody here? What differentiates it is their customer service. Because a shoe's a commodity. You can get shoes anywhere. And they say, and their focus is on customer service. You could buy, if you go to the website, you buy a shoe, you have 365 days to return it. They pay return shipping. You can buy, if you don't know what size of shoe you want or what style, buy 5 pairs. They'll ship them to you. You find the one you want, and you can ship the other 4 back for free. They're trying to take the pain out of buying stuff online. And they're really good at it. They're really good at it. There's the founder of the company is a guy named Tony Hsieh. Tony Hsieh. And he wrote a book a couple years ago called Delivering Happiness. It's all about focusing on what their company does for customer service. Really interesting book. He had this story that he told. Now, you think about an online website. Anybody bought stuff on a website, right? Everybody does. I use Amazon. Amazon's taking over the world. Isn't it? It's a very simple, if you think about complicated or easy or simple business models, an online retailer is about as simple as it gets. All you have to do is find a picture of a product, put it on a website, put a price with it, and people come and buy it. I mean, who invented that? It was like, that's so easy. Everybody in this room, if you wanted to, could go home, and by the end of the day, you could have an online shoe website selling shoes. Everybody in this room. You don't even have to own the shoes. Zappos doesn't own the shoes. Everybody in this room could go home and have an online website by the end of the day. It's that simple. So, if your business, think about your business model. Think about what you guys do all day long, what you do for your customers. Is it more complicated than taking a picture of a shoe, putting a price, and putting it on a website? Right? It is, most likely. So, think about that. If that's your job all day long, they have dozens of people. That's all they do. Take a picture, put it on a website with a price. That's all they do. You think they should be pretty good at that? It doesn't take a lot of work, does it? So Tony Hsieh told this story one time. He said, you know what, we had this problem that we had this person who took a picture of a shoe, put it on a website, and he put the wrong price for that shoe. It was supposed to be a $149 pair of shoes, and they put $49. And he said before we found out, they sold about $1 million worth of those shoes. That was a very, very costly mistake, wasn't it? And so the CEO was telling the story. He goes, you know what I did? I found out who that person was. He said, I called him up on the phone and says, I'm going to come see you. So, think about your CEO. And this guy, I picture some guy in some cubicle land somewhere, right? Never met, there's the CEO. And I'm sure this guy got off the phone with the CEO and he said, I'm going to come. I was thinking, I'm sure this is what he was thinking, right? He says, I finally get to meet the CEO. And he's going to come see me. What an exciting time. I just can't wait. Is that what he was thinking? And so what Tony Hsieh said, he goes, well, I found where the person was. I went, and I don't know what the visual picture was like. I like to imagine the cubicle world, right? He figured out where this guy was. And how many CEOs walk through cubicle land in your company, right? Very rarely. Depends on your size of your company, I guess. Went into the person's office, in the little cubicle, and he said one thing. And he said, I want to thank you for pointing out the flaw in our process. And then he left. Think about that. If your business, if all you do all day long is take pictures and put a price and put it on a website, and your process allows you to make a mistake, is that really that person's fault? Absolutely not. If that's what your job is, and that's what you do, then people shouldn't be, your processes shouldn't allow mistakes like that. That's really what Lean Six Sigma is about, is how to think about processes. Making sure you have processes to keep people from making mistakes. That's what it's about. Because most people come to work and want to do a good job. They don't come to work and when they're writing out their list, about third one down, they say make a mistake. So what can we do to help people be successful?